An example. We'll do an example and you will understand. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say I have a page. Okay, let me not do this one. Okay, let me log in into Salesforce and we will take the page that we did yesterday. We'll take that same example. Okay, this page, fine. In this page, what do we have? This one, the one that we did yesterday. In this, what do we have? We have two tables. One displays list of accounts where the type is customer channel. The other one displays list of accounts where the type is customer direct. Okay, and I am displaying both of them parallelly. What if I just want to display one of them? I just want to display one list, okay, at a time, but I also want to have an option to switch between the lists. Okay, so instead of displaying both the lists at the same time, I'm trying to display two different lists, and one list should be visible at one time, and I should have the option to switch from one list to the other list. So for example, initially it should show me channel accounts and then I should have a button which shows me the direct accounts. In that case, you will need to update the list, refresh the list. Got it? So that is where your return null thing is going to help. So let's write the code that will make things more clear for you guys. Okay. So we'll start with writing a controller. You go to setup, develop, fx classes. Click on new. Public class C3. Okay. Here I need two different variables. List of account, let's say channel select name type industry phone from account where type equals customer channel, right? And then I will have one more list here. Because I'm going to deal with two different lists, so two different subject variables were required. And then you will go ahead and define two different get methods for them, right? So two different variables and two get methods, and then on the Visualforce page you call both of them, right? So this is the approach that we have taken in the previous example. Fine. Now instead of doing that, what I'm going to do here in this case, so this is our previous example approach, two variables. In this case, we are not going to take that approach. In this case, we are going to make it a little different. Okay. In this case, we are just going to use one variable and we will update and make that dynamic. So rather than making two variables, we will make one variable. We'll use one variable and we'll create that variable such that it is dynamic, and we'll update the value of that variable. So that's what we are actually going to do. All right. So let me just start with a list of account. It can be anything. Okay, I'm not assigning any value to it. We need a get method for this. What will be the return type? List of account. Right. Get accounts return. Okay, so we have defined the get method. So I just have one variable and I have one get method for it. All right. Now we need to define the page reference method here. Okay, so I'll create the page reference method. And before that, I'll create the Visualforce page so that we can understand what exactly we are displaying there. Okay, so we'll go and create the Visualforce page. Guys, just give me 1 minute, one quick minute. All right. Okay, so we'll create the page. Let's create the page and see, what exactly we are trying to do. So in this page, what we need is text form, text command button, So in this page, I want to have these two buttons. When I click on direct accounts, I should get to see only the direct accounts. And when I click on channel accounts, I should get to see only the channel accounts. That's what I want to do here, right? So for these two buttons, action, if I have to define action for the buttons, which tag do I use? Which method do I use? Page reference method, right? So I'll have to define page reference method for each of these buttons. When I click on direct account, I will be able to show the direct accounts. When I click on channel account, I will be able to show the channel accounts, right? So I define page reference method, name it anything, direct, and you can put it like return null. So this page reference method, it has to return a reference to a page. I say return null, so it's gonna reload the page. Before it reloads the page, before the reload happens, I'm just gonna supply the value to my variable. In the meanwhile, while the reload happens, I'm gonna assign a value to my variable. That's the trick here. Initially you have kept it as blank null, but when someone clicks on this button, the same page will get reloaded, but before that gets reloaded, you are going to assign this value to your variable. Got it. Same thing we will do, we'll create one more button called channel, public page reference, call it channel. Same code, this time it's going to be customer channel. Right. So I have two action buttons, two action methods, direct and channel. I have two action buttons. So I'm going to combine them with this. And what this action button is doing, it's assigning value to the variable. So when someone calls this direct method, the value of the variable is going to be this. It's going to be name type industry phone from account where type is customer direct. Okay. But when you call channel method, again the same account variable, it's one variable only, right? This variable is gonna change to this value, right? So that's how simple it is. Now I just need to go ahead and create a table here. It's page block value, sorry, page block table. Block table. So in this case, because you just have one variable, I just have one variable and one get method. So I don't even need two tables. The same table, one variable, but this variable is dynamic. Every time you click on a button, the value in the variable is going to change. That's what we have done. Microphone, please, everyone. Okay. What can be the problem here? Why does it say unknown property? What am I missing? Anyone? Any quick guess?
Controller.
Sorry?
Controller.
Yes. So we have not defined the controller here. We straight away started writing the code, but if you see that there is no controller defined for the page. So you just have to go and define the controller. Controller name is C3. And did I save this? Okay, saved. So controller equals C3. See, when the page is ready, though I created a page block table, you can write. Though I created a page block table, but the data is not visible. Correct? You have created a page block table, but the data is not visible here. Why is it not visible? Because initially accounts is null. See, there is no value assigned to it initially. My variable does not have any value. It gets value only when one of these two action methods are called, either direct or channel. It gets value only when someone calls this. Okay. So these methods will be called from my command buttons, right? So one is direct, one is channel. So let me put these actions into the buttons that we have created. In this action will be direct, and in this the action will be channel. Okay, now I have connected these buttons with those page reference methods. So when you click on the button, that page reference method will be called. Fine. Now if you click on direct accounts, see list of all the records. Click on channel accounts, you see list of all the channel accounts records. All right. Same way, let me just go ahead and create one more, all accounts. So the same procedure, public page reference. This is for your understanding. So consider it as a recap also. So we are creating one more method, and in using this method, I want to display all the records. Okay, customer, direct, channel direct, everything. Okay, so I can create a method, name it all. Here the query should be select name, type, industry, phone from account. Here I'm not putting any clause because I want to display all the accounts. So that where clause I'm not putting, and then finally I should write return null. Quick save. Okay. Since I created one method there, page reference method, action method, I'll need to create a command button also here. Command button value show all, and action can be all. Now you click on show all, you will see all the values. Then you click on direct accounts, you will see all the direct accounts. When you click on channel accounts, you will see all the channel accounts. Fine, so this is how it's gonna work. So your page reference method is a very useful thing, right? A lot of times it's not always actually gonna take a reference from one page to other page, but within the page also, if you want to refresh the data or you want to update the information on the page, then also it works a lot. So this return null is actually gonna work a lot in that case. Clear? Right. So we have used three buttons here. I would want you guys to do the same thing for opportunities. I would want you to create buttons like this for every stage of an opportunity. In opportunity, you will see there are different stages. I would want you to create these kind of buttons for every stage of opportunity, and on click of that button, you should be able to see all the opportunities at that particular stage. Right? So this is something which I would want you to do. After the session, you can do it. Right? Okay. Now we have understood the page reference method, and we have also seen the utility of the page reference method. That return null, how it's actually gonna help. Okay. Now we will learn about the set method, the third type of method. Get method we have done, page reference we have done, or the action method. Set method is what we will see now. So what is the primary functionality of the set method? It will take the value from the page and pass it on to the controller, to the class. Okay, so sometimes what happens, you need to take the input from the end user, and then that value needs to be supplied to a certain variable. Okay, this is also something which you need to do sometimes, like for example, okay, so think about it. If you are trying to search something, okay, if you are trying to search some keyword in a database, then what do you need to do? The user will need to pass on the search keyword. Okay, that keyword should be taken from the page and it should be passed into the database, into the controller class. Then in the class, the program should run and the results should be sent, right? So that's basically where that's basically where you need a set method. So again, if I have to talk about the kind of structure that we are dealing with, we have the page and we have the controller class here. Okay, so far the examples that we are doing, we are always bringing value from the class to the page. and that's the reason why for displaying the value I'm always using get method. Okay. I'm also using action method to update values within the class. But what if my class needs some input from the end user? The value needs to go from page to the class for a certain variable, and then the processing will happen. This is where we will need a set method. Okay. So to do this example, we are going to use we are going to create a search interface. Okay, we'll create a search interface. In the search interface, I will pass the keyword from the page to the code. Okay, and then the code will take the keyword, do the search, and then it will return the results. The results will be passed from the class to the page. Okay, so my code needs to receive the keyword from the page, and it needs to return the results to the page. So for receiving the keyword we will use set method. For returning the results we will use get method. As simple as that. Okay. So to do this example, let us start with the Visualforce page. We'll start writing the code, but before that let's understand things on the Visualforce page. First thing that I need is let me create a page block. Okay, call it search interface. All right. So this is the kind of an interface I need. I've not done anything. I've just created an input text box and I've created a button. So far we have not written any program for it. All right. So what we need to do, the user will enter a keyword here. Then he'll click on the search button. The search button is gonna perform the search. Okay. Right now it's not doing anything because we have not written the class. So that's the thing that we want to do. So the keyword will be entered by the user. The end user is going to enter the keyword. Now the point is that in this case it's not just displaying the output on the Visualforce page. We also have to take the input into the class. Clear? So for this example we have to use a set method. So what do I need to do? I need to take the value, whatever is written here, this value needs to be set into the variable there. Hello, can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So that is the requirement here. In this case, we do not have a requirement only to display the data. So far, in our examples, it was just to show the output. Now, this is an input-output kind of a requirement. So here we will use set method. Set method will actually take this value and pass it. Set method will be used to pass this value to the variable in my class. Okay. And I also need a get method to display the results, because after performing search, what does your Google do? Google actually takes your keyword and then it shows you results here, right? So we will also have to show results. Results will be shown using the get method, right? Okay. So now let's go ahead and create our class. So let's say I want to write I want to write the code for searching accounts. Okay, let's say we want to write a code for searching accounts. So the person will enter a keyword and he will be shown all the accounts which match that keyword. Right? So there are two variables that I need here. One is the keyword, the other is the results. So let's go ahead and create the class C4. And okay, the class is there. Now keyword is going to be a string, right? Keyword is going to be a string, and since I want to return the list of accounts which match the keyword, the results is going to be list of account, right? That's what my requirement is. Search interface for list of accounts. So all the accounts, it should show me all the accounts which meet the criteria, which match the keyword. So that result is going to be list of accounts or whatever you are trying to search. If you're searching contact or something else, in this case it's accounts. So it's going to be list of accounts. Okay. So there's a question I see that what if we want to search numbers? Your string will take numbers also. You can pass numbers in the string. Okay. All right. Now, first thing that I need is I need to define two get methods, because I need to define display these two things on the Visualforce page. So let's define the get methods, which we will call on the Visualforce page. So variable defined, get method also, you define the get method. So there's something which you can use always whenever you're writing a program. One, you see what all variables that you need. Secondly, you see which all variables need to be called or need to be displayed on the page. Okay, values of which variables need to be displayed on the page. So define the variables, straight away define the get methods also, okay? Because you'll have to call those on the page. So that will make writing programs easy for you. Return keyword. Okay. So I've defined a get method for the keyword, and I'm also going to define a get method for the results. Get results return the results. Okay. Right. So two get methods are ready. Now what I need is I need one set method to set the value of this keyword to my variable, and I need an action reference method, a page reference, for this search now button. Two more methods are needed, one set method and one page reference. Right. So set method is always going to be a void method because it's not going to return anything. It will just consume the value and assign it to the variable, right? So your set method is going to be a void method. Public void. Set method will start with the set keyword. Like get method has get. Set method should be a set. Okay. While you're defining a set method, you define a parameter string as s. Okay. So this s will initially take the value of the variable, and then you assign this to the keyword here. Keyword equals s. Okay. So whatever value you are passing, like hello, so this hello will initially go to this parameter. Okay. And then you assign it to your own variable. Okay, to this parameter. So my set method is also ready. All that I have to do is I have to create a page reference for search now. Okay. So let's say I put here public page reference search now. Will return obviously, but before that we are gonna assign value. So results equals, let's say, select name, type, industry, phone from town, where industry equals keyword. Okay, so it will check what keyword you have supplied. Okay, through set method the value that you have supplied will be set to the keyword variable, and in the query I'm writing, just show me all the records where the industry is same as the keyword which has been entered. Okay, so my code is ready. Now let me just go and complete the Visualforce page. This results is going to be used here in the page block table. Apex page block table list of records, right? So I definitely need a table for displaying that. results. Variable can be r, text, column, value, or dot name, type, industry, 4. Controller C4. So define the controller equals C4. Alright. Call the keyword method here and call the action method here. Action method, what's the name? Page reference action method. Search now. This should be called on the command button, right? So on the command button, action is this. Right. So let's see how it works. See, you enter keyword energy, it takes the energy keyword and shows you result of all the accounts where industry equals energy. So that's the criteria that what I have written. Okay, you could have actually used it on the name, you could have used it with the type. Okay, so that's the criteria that I've used, that whatever keyword is inserted, search for that keyword, and wherever the industry and the keyword are matching, show that result. Okay, so you have the option of putting it for anything. So only the where clause has to change. So instead of industry, you can actually make it name, whatever you want. Okay. Let me change it to education. Search. See, there is only one record with education. So what is happening here? I put a value here, and okay. So currently this value is just on the user interface. The moment you click on this, this value is taken into the code. Okay. It is assigned to this variable keyword. Okay, and then this query runs, and the results gets a new value. There's a new value which is assigned to results because there's a new query which runs. Keyword is dynamic, so result gets a new value, and that's what is displayed on the page. Okay, now there's a small question. uh, so the keyword is basically, we are supposed to use a set method for the keyword, correct? And we have defined a set method for the keyword. That's what we are actually supposed to do, right? We are supposed to take the value from the variable and from the input text and pass it on to my variable. Correct. So this method makes absolute sense to me. What is this get method doing here? Set method for keyword, absolutely fine, makes sense. What is this get method doing here? Why do we have this get method here for the keyword?
Get method is getting the value from the VF page into the controller class.
That's set method.
Sorry, set method, yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
why have we defined a get method for it? Anyone?
It is basically, can you hear me? Jay?
Okay. I see a response on the page, on the chat window saying that to display the results on the page. To display the results on the page, there is a get method for results. This is the one which is actually taking the results on the page, correct? Why have we defined this method?
to display the string whatever we searched for the keyword.
Correct. So ultimately what is happening after searching, you want to display that string also, no? You know, for example, if you search energy, if I click on, if I enter energy and click on search now, ultimately this energy is also being displayed, right? So I want to show the user that what did you search for, right? So this part is coming from the get method. Set method is only taking it inside. Get method is actually throwing it back and showing it on the page. Got it? So in this kind of a situation, you need a get method as well as set method for the same variable. One, it's setting the value. Secondly, it's also getting the value of that string on the page. Got it? So after my search operation, I can see the string value, and this is because of that get method. Because if you don't use get method, that value is not going to come back, right? So that's the thing. That's the logic here. So that's what we have done. Okay. I see that there is a bit of confusion on this string and the number thing. Uh, I see a couple of questions there. So let me you know try and explain this. See, string is basically set of characters. Okay, now the set of characters can have numbers within it. Okay, like this 99 can be passed as a string also. Okay, as character. Okay, and an integer will be always a number. Okay, integer is always a number. It cannot be character or letters or something, but in string you can have letters or numbers. The difference between string and integer, in case we have to talk about that here, 99 is going to be considered just as set of characters and not as a value. In integer, if you define something as an integer, you will have its value. Okay, so you can do comparisons like if 99 is greater than 98 or not. Here you can compare it as a string, 99 equals to 99 or not, but you cannot do the value comparisons that whether 99 is greater than x or lesser than. So that is the thing. Here it just has a set of characters. It does not have a specific value which can be compared. In this case, it has a value. Got it? So in case you are trying to perform, create a search interface, and you feel that sometimes the user will be entering some characters which can be numbers, your string is absolutely able to take it up. There's no problem with that, right? Until and unless you need to perform some mathematical operation or those greater than less than things, you are okay with a string. String can actually compare the numbers also, not the values. Number versus number, like 99 and 99, it can compare if they are same. Okay, it cannot do the increment decrement kind of things. In that case you will need integer. Correct. String is just a set of characters. That's it. Set of characters A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these things can come and you can compare it with the other string. Okay, let me know if anyone has any other question on this. Very simple example that we have done with just the additional part that we have used apart from what we did earlier is this set method. The rest everything we have done in the previous example, right? Get methods, page reference method, everything is something what we have done earlier. Yeah.
So on the search box, if I don't give energy, if I just give E or EN, so what will be the result in that case? not the entire keyword.
No, sorry, I cannot hear that very clearly. Tell me again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now please go ahead.
So on the search box on the Visualforce page, if I don't give energy, just if I give E or EN,
Hmm.
so what will be the result in that case?
You tell me what will be the result in that case. Look into this and tell me what is the result going to be in that case. Computer works purely on logic, and whatever logic you have written, it's going to work as per that. It will find if there is any record where industry is equals to en, it will throw result, otherwise it will not throw. Right? Right. Now, so basically, the question that he has is, in case I don't remember the full name, whatever I'm trying to search. That was your question, right? So, but the point is, see, what we have to
Yeah.
do, what we have to understand is, see, programming works in a very simple logic. Here we have written equals to sign. Equals means equals, which means if exactly the variable string that you have supplied, that is exactly same as industry. So that's what equals to means, right? There's another clause of using a like thing here. So that's something which you guys will start understanding after a little more time. So I don't want to uh, understand that part also right now. But there's another statement, comparison statement, like. So if you're using like, then you have the option of putting half value and all that, right? So that's part of a query that can be done. But equals to will always check whether left hand side and right side are exactly same. So in this case, it's not going to return anything. Got it?
All right.
So you have the, as I said, you have the option of controlling this part where, after where, what do you want to do? You just want to show all the results where the name only matches the first two characters, or you just want to uh, show the results where you want to check industry, and along with that you want to check something else also. That's completely up to you. After where, what clause you want to write, that's completely up to you. Right? Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other questions? In the meanwhile, I'll just ask you to take the screenshots also. So this is the search interface class. Okay. This is the search interface class. This is the search interface page. Take the screenshots quickly. Okay. So I'll go to the previous page, Visualforce page, and the previous class. So I think we can delete this part because it was not required. This much is fine. take this one and this one. So the page 15.